Hello, everybody. I hope you are well. I'm Kassandra, and we are going to prepare for bed with some yoga. So I hope you have your face washed, teeth brushed, pajamas on, contacts out, and that you are ready to relax into sleep. You can download this and go ahead and put your phone on airplane mode if you can, or do not disturb, so you can just kind of fall into sleep when we are done. So we're going to begin with the soles of our feet together. So we're bending at the knees. Our knees are open wide, and the soles of our feet are just gently resting together. If this is a bit of an intense hip opening stretch here, you can go ahead and put some pillows under your thighs and your shins so you are not stretching quite as much. Go ahead and bring your hands, one hand on the belly, one hand on the heart. We're just going to take several slow, deep breaths here, in through the nose and out through the nose. Just at your own pace here, inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the nose. Continue breathing like this. Feeling your belly and your chest rising and falling. Maybe just noticing if you're holding any tension in your head, neck, and shoulders, hips, maybe your back or belly. We're just going to breathe deeply into those tight areas of tension and try to relax those spaces. Just a few more breaths here. Checking in. Last big inhale. And on this exhale, open your mouth, sigh it out. All right, so let's begin. We're lying on our back. Our legs and our arms are stretched up into the air like you're trying to touch the sky or the ceiling. And we're going to go ahead and start drawing circles with our hands and our feet. So we're just lubricating the ankles, the fingers, the wrists. Maybe make a tight ball with your toes and with your fingers squeezing in and then just opening up and releasing, spreading the toes. Just a few more rotations here. Tuning into the breath. So throughout this practice, we're going to inhale through the nose, nice, slow, deep inhales, and then exhale through the nose, nice, slow exhalations. So let's go ahead and bend our legs. We're going to place the soles of our feet on our bed, nice and wide, heels out, toes in, and then the knees come to rest against one another. Constructive position of rest. So we're going to lift up our right foot and hug our right knee into our chest. Interlace your fingers on the outside of your right shin and just pulling that leg into your chest. So if you want this stretch to be a bit deeper, you're going to lift your left foot up off your bed and just straighten it out. So it might feel good to find some rainbows here. So the way I like to do this is I like to place my right hand on top of my right knee, and I'm kind of drawing rainbow. So I'm opening my hip up to the right, and then I pull it up towards my belly button in kind of like a rainbow shape and down towards my pelvis. So I'm just drawing rainbows. You can also draw complete circles. Or if that doesn't feel good, just squeeze it into your chest. You can draw circles with your ankle. So you're either going to stick with this if it feels good, or we're going to do a half happy baby. So go ahead and flex that right foot up to the ceiling. You're going to use your right hand to grab the outer edge of the right foot. Keep that knee bent wide, and you're just pulling that right thigh, that right knee down. Right leg is bent. And if you feel like your left hip is coming up off the bed, just take your left hand on the front of the left hip and just press it down slowly. So we're going to take a few deep breaths here, in through the nose, out through the nose. If your mind begins to wander, just focus on the sound of the breath coming in and out. And every time you notice your mind wandering, just come right back to the sound of the breathing. One more extension here. If you want to go a little bit deeper into the back of that right leg, you're going to wrap your peace fingers, so your pointer and middle finger of the right hand, wrap it around your big toe. And then you're going to work to straighten your right leg out to the side. So if you have a strap or a belt or even a rope, you can lace it under the arch of your right foot. So again, here, notice kind of if you're holding tension in your left hip or lower back side, try to release that and hold your left hip down with your left hand. 3 more breaths. Just inhaling and exhaling. Last breath here, inhaling through the nose. And exhaling through the mouth this time. Let's sigh it out. All right, my friends, let's come back to center. Just go ahead and drop the sole of the right foot down to the bed. Bend the right knee. We're going to switch sides. So go ahead and lift that left leg up. Hug it into your chest. Start drawing circles with your toes. Just working to loosen that ankle. And if you want to get a bit of a deeper stretch here, straighten your right leg out. So stay here. Or we're going to use our left hand on top of our left knee or shin, and we're going to start drawing rainbows. So hip opens to the left, and then pull it up near the belly button and down towards the pelvis. Just drawing rainbows. So tapping into the physical sensations of the body, how this feels. Maybe focusing on the sound of the breath as our mind begins to wander to our to-do list or something we need to do. Just trust that you'll remember it when you need to. Nice, slow, long, deep, and full inhalations and exhalations. So keep moving on your rainbows, or go ahead and bend your left leg deeply. Use your left hand to grab the outer edge of the left foot. Right hand goes on top of the right hip to hold yourself down if you need to. And bend deeply in this half happy baby. Just allow your breath to travel to this deep stretch. So we're working to elongate our breath. So maybe you notice at this point in the practice, your inhales are a little bit longer and your exhales are a little bit longer than when we started. So we're just down regulating the nervous system to help prepare you for a restful and restorative sleep. So make your breath even longer. Maybe inhale for a count of 5. Exhale for a count of 5 or 6. That extended exhale, just a beat longer, really helps you downregulate even further. If you want to go deeper here into the back of the left leg, go ahead and use your peace fingers, pointer and middle on the left hand. You're going to stretch your left leg, work to straighten it. And just notice where you're holding tension. So can you let go completely? What muscles do I need to use for this posture? And which can I completely relax? Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the nose. Inhale for a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep it up at your own pace. Just breathing. One more breath here. Inhaling. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Amazing. All right, go ahead and release that left leg out. Come back to center. So we're going to again take the feet wider than hip, and then we're going to windshield wiper our legs left and right. So drop both knees over to the right, and then both knees travel through center over to the left. So we're just moving slowly back and forth. Really try to slow it down. You might even want to travel to the left on your inhale, and then travel to the right on your exhale. Nice and slow. We're massaging the lower back, the kidneys, maybe the glutes. Continuing to open our hips. Just moving side to side here. So next time both of your legs are over to the right, I want you to just leave them there. If you want to stack your left knee on top of your right for a deeper stretch, you can do that. You can also cross. I think I said that wrong. I think I said right on top of left. I meant left on top of right. You can also cross your left leg over your right leg to get a super deep stretch. So wherever you are, your right hand is going to come to the outside of the right thigh, and you're going to stretch your left arm out to the side and look over to the left. So we're just going to take a couple of deep breaths here. Fill the belly with air. If you are still feeling for a bit of a deeper stretch here, you're going to bend your right heel, your right foot up towards your glutes. Use your left hand to reach the top of your left foot, and then very gently pull it back towards your tush. Shift your hips up and back just a little bit. Look over that left shoulder. So this is a very deep stretch for that lower back. Just breathe here. Inhale. Then exhale, we are going to unwind our bodies, come back to center. Feet are soles on the bed. Feet are wide, and we're just going to go back to the windshield wipering back and forth. So hands can rest on belly. And next time your knees are over to the left, we're going to do the same thing on this side. So stack your knees if you want. Cross your leg. over the bottom leg if you want. Okay, left hand comes to the outside of the right thigh. Right hand opens up to the side and look over to the right. So you might need to adjust your body slightly here. Maybe press into the left foot. Just kind of shift your hips back. Straighten your spine. Maybe lift up your shoulders, your head. If you're having any tweakiness or sensitivity in the neck, you might just want to look up at the ceiling or the sky here. And if you want to feel for a deeper lower back stretch, you're going to bend that left leg. You're going to reach with your right hand. And again, pull it up toward the glute. Continue to look over your right shoulder. This is also a really beautiful stretch for the outside of the hips and the glutes. Just pay attention and notice if your body wants you to back off. So a lot of people struggle in these positions and kind of have some pain on the inside of their hip area, that joint. So if you do, just lift your right leg up. Just give your hips some space. That's okay. No problem. We want this to feel good and relaxing. One more breath here. Inhale through the nose. Open your mouth, sigh it out. All right, we're going to take our final resting pose. So come back to center. However you like to fall asleep. I love to fall asleep on my back with actually the soles of my feet together, my hands on my belly. So if that's not comfortable for you, just take whatever position feels best. We're just going to do a few breaths here together. So situate your head, your neck, shoulders, back, hips, legs, arms and hands. We are going to inhale for a count of 5, exhale for a count of 6. And if you are already breathing quite deeply, you're just going to go at your own count here. Inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in through the nose. Out through the nose. Two more here. Inhaling deeply. Exhaling completely. All right, my friends, last one. Let's breathe in and hold. Breathe in. Sip the air in. We're going to hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open mouth, sigh it out. All right. I hope you sleep well and enjoy your evening. Bye.